For a lot of us, hybrid work is here to stay. Working in the office 5 days a week while wearing suits is definitely no longer the norm, but the tone of how we're dressing for the office is evolving. From my own observations, it's certainly a lot more casual than it was pre-COVID, but there is a new kind of formality that I'm seeing more of as many of us are facing 3 or more days in the office with certain regularity. Today on Peter's Prism, we're going to look at 8 work bags designed for this new era. I chose these bags specifically to match the modern uniform that's casual but intentional, and each of these is designed by independent brands that you should be aware of. Supporting independent brands means investing in better design, ethical production, and unique craftsmanship, while expressing personal style beyond the mass market. Each of the bags I'll discuss will introduce its own unique sense of style, function, and character to your everyday carry. And I also mocked up some mood boards for each bag because I wanted to visualize the kind of guy who I thought would carry each. So stick around and let's talk about these alternatives to your old college backpack, which you should definitely not be bringing into the office anymore. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Peter's Prism. While I think we can all agree that the idea of business casual died with the pandemic, I think there's a nuanced shift away from super casual jeans and t-shirts and toward a more pulled together professional approach. Still casual, mind you, but more informed by what we used to know as business casual, but in more contemporary ways. With mandatory hybrid work conditions redefining our day-to-day work lives, and black clouds like a tight job market and layoffs, it's no wonder that trends like corpcore or the resurgence of neckties have become things. We want to stand out in a positive way, but we're not reverting to stiff khakis and white Oxford cloth button-downs, which would look awkward and draw attention to ourselves, not in the best way. Your work bag is part of this expression, and today I want to talk about 8 bags that fall into this general category of soft briefs that toe the line between rigid briefcases and much more casual bags like totes or backpacks. These are all bags that look professional, will carry your average 14-inch laptop and work essentials, and also impart a bit of character depending on the kind of guy you are and the style you bring to work. They are all essentially rectangular in shape, but as you'll see, have variations that lend themselves to a specific kind of guy. Now, before we get into it, I want to take a moment to remind you that I'm offering memberships and that if you've been enjoying this channel and want to support the work I'm doing, please consider becoming a channel member. Just click the join link below to learn more. It's a simple way to help keep me creating thoughtful, design-focused content, and in return, you'll get special perks. Now, all the bags I'm going to be talking about will be linked in the description below, so please be sure to check them out. If you're in the market for a new work bag, please consider these alternatives that are much more special than what you might find among the big retailers you're accustomed to turning to. Our first bag is called the Modern Briefcase by Senzo Tiger, and this is the bag if you're somebody with a penchant for outdoorsy vibes, but still have to lug around a million USB cables. This is a soft briefcase made with water-resistant Cordura nylon and comes with a removable shoulder strap if you need a hands-free option. Some of the things that I think make this bag a solid choice include the fact that it has so many pockets, including padded compartments lined with microsuede for your laptop and tablets. Use this bag and you won't need a bag within a bag to organize your various cables and peripherals, which are still the bane of my existence. The brief also unzips to be completely flat, making organization that much more easier when you're getting ready for work. And I love the fact that it has a storm flap when closed with the additional security of these fid-lock magnetic buckles, which to me are the star attraction. They will stay closed no matter how you're carrying this bag and magically open with only the gentlest tug of these red tabs. At 15 by 10 by 4 inches wide, you'd think it wouldn't hold much, but you'd be surprised. The sturdy but flexible hand straps, soft shapes with two-tone coloring, and the red nylon pulls gives this bag a subtle gorpcore meets business vibe. And the really beautiful Japanese-inspired arc pattern inside is a great Asian-inspired design detail that sets this bag apart from more generic mass-market bags. Senzo Tiger is a brand founded by Anthony T., a second-generation Vietnamese American who, reflecting on his upbringing and a desire to reconnect with his heritage, combined his sewing skills and appreciation for Asian culture to create this briefcase. The man who carries this bag isn't signaling corporate, he's signaling competence, intention, and a value for design. He's someone who understands systems thinking and applies it to how he dresses. Maybe he's a UX designer or a creative director, but he's sporting Nanamika, Norse Projects, engineered garments, and Common Projects Achilles Low and Asterflex desert boots are staples in his closet. Sounds a little bit like me actually, or maybe the guy I've always dreamed about becoming. No shade on Filson, but if you want to support an independent brand, this bag, which is made in the US, is a solid alternative to Filson's tin cloth briefcase and features some details that will go beyond that bag, that I know will appeal to those whose style might resonate here. While it does come in several colors, I want to highlight this rich forest color, which I think really heightens the rugged outdoorsy vibe, especially when contrasted against the 10-ounce harness leather. The 18-ounce duck canvas is waxed, ensuring water repellency, and unlike Filson's briefcase, Bradley Mountain's features a leather bottom and side pockets. There are also 2 back pockets and a front pocket. Measuring 16 by 11 by 3¼ inches, the bag will accommodate an up to 16-inch laptop and has a full leather removable shoulder strap. The entire bag is handmade. Bradley Mountain was founded in 2012 by self-taught designer Tyler Axtell and began in a San Diego garage with a mission to craft durable, American-made goods that inspire everyday adventure. Now based in Columbia, Tennessee, the brand continues to produce rugged, waxed canvas and leather bags like the Courier that emphasize sustainability and longevity. It is worth noting that this company offers free lifetime repairs on their bags, which, in my mind, reinforces their commitment to the quality of what they're selling. The man who might carry this bag has a rugged, grounded aesthetic with subtle sophistication. He's an urban professional who loves heritage style and craftsmanship and the outdoors, even if he never ventures past 23rd Street. He's a fan of Double RL, Red Wing Heritage, and Flint and Tinder. In his closet, you'll find chambray shirts, selvage denim, chunky wool pullovers, and he probably has a Leatherman wave in his bag. And music-wise, he's listening to The War on Drugs and Gregory Alan Isakov on repeat. If this is you, definitely check out the link to this bag in the description below. The Woodward briefcase from WP Standard provides just enough structure without looking stiff. This bag is casual enough to read everyday carry with simple outfits, but also won't bring down your looks. Because it's made of full-grain leather and solid brass hardware, it also carries a heritage-inspired look, but in a more toned-down and minimal manner. It's reminiscent of Coach briefcases, but the materials and fabrication here make it much more special. The leather in these bags will develop a unique patina over time, which will make you want to hold on to this timeless bag for many years. At 16.5 inches wide, 12.5 inches high, and 4.5 inches deep, it will accommodate a 13-inch MacBook Pro, along with essentials into a zippered pouch, as well as external pockets. This bag also has a full leather removable strap and comes with a lifetime guarantee. WP Standard was founded in 2009 by Ryan Barr and is an independent leather goods brand focused on craftsmanship and timeless design. Operating from a small workshop in León, Mexico, the company produces small batch, full leather bags. Unlike larger private equity-backed brands, however, WP Standard emphasizes quality over mass production and focuses on ethical, sustainable practices. The man who might carry this bag is not a gearhead, but he notices how a briefcase wears over time. The patina, the structure, the stitching. He likes things that age well, from his jeans to bags to his relationships. So while the bag isn't flashy, it still has presence. This is a guy who wears Buck Mason and Alex Mill, has a pair of tortoiseshell acetate frames from Moscot, listens to Jose Gonzalez and Sufjan Stevens. He probably collects vinyl and appreciates a good single origin pour-over from his local Brooklyn coffee shop. He's clean, considered, and modern, but has a vintage twist. The Sling Pack from Dispatch is a lightweight sling-style bag that has a top carry handle. I know I mentioned no backpacks, but I don't really consider this a backpack. I'd say it's more in line with a messenger-style everyday carry. It's highly functional and has a unique enough look that I felt it was worth including in this roundup. At 15.5 inches by 12 inches by 5 inches, this bag will accommodate at least a 14-inch standard MacBook Pro, along with all the accessories you'd drag along with you to work. The crossbody sling, along with the stabilizer strap, will make whatever you throw into it a lot easier to lug around, and the exterior Dyneema composite fabric, which is an ultra lightweight, high-performance laminated fabric, means it will have exceptional strength and water resistance. The YKK zippers even have water guards, so you'll have no issue trekking through rain while protecting your laptop and USB cables. There are multiple pockets and organizational features throughout, and the sling strap itself has a quick release feature. This is a minimal bag with a tech look, and one of the things I love about this brand is its modular approach to their add-on accessories. Need to carry an extra pair of shoes with you? They have a strap for that. What about an external eyeglass case? Check. Or maybe you want a utility strap in case you want to carry a raincoat. Or perhaps a small utility pouch to hold cash and your AirPods. Dispatch has you covered. Dispatch is an independent design and manufacturing company founded in 2010 by Richard Liu in San Francisco. The brand is known for its commitment to creating highly functional and durable bags, cases, and accessories, drawing inspiration from military-grade gear to meet the needs of modern professionals and travelers. From a style perspective, the kind of man this bag might be well suited for is someone who appreciates high-performance minimalism. He's tech-savvy and he's quietly intense. Maybe he lives in San Francisco or perhaps Tokyo. His brands include Acronym, Stone Island Shadow Project, Y3, and Nike ACG. He listens to Burial, Boards of Canada, Tom York, and Aphex Twin. He's futuristic brutalism meets Scandinavian minimalism. Think monochrome, graphite, ash, gunmetal, slate. Are you this guy? I'm definitely not. The number 508 Slim briefcase from Billy Kirk is ideal for the guy who wants a more minimal look in his everyday carry. At 15 inches wide by 10.5 inches high, but only 2.5 inches deep, it can still accommodate an up to 16-inch laptop, though not a whole lot more. And that might be okay for a lot of you whose accessories are limited to perhaps a Moleskine notebook and a pen and a couple of cables beyond the laptop. There's also a front and back pocket for quick access essentials. This bag, like the Bradley Mountain version, is made of a waxed canvas, but a lighter 10-ounce variety, which means it will feel lighter in your hand. The sides and bottoms are covered in full grain leather for added durability, and like the other briefs, comes with a removable shoulder strap. I love this olive color, though it is also available in black or brown. The olive color waxed canvas combined with nylon straps lends an outdoorsy heritage vibe, but the sleek volume and overall pared down details keeps it a little more minimal. The bag is made in New Jersey and weighs a mere 3/4 of a pound. It also features a water-resistant nylon lining and nickel-plated brass hardware. Billy Kirk is an independent American brand founded by brothers Chris and Kirk Bray in 1999. I had the pleasure of meeting them way back in the day, though I'm certain they won't remember me. They are well known for their commitment to modern functionality, but viewed through a traditional maker lens. If you're a modern, refined minimalist with a quiet appreciation for American craftsmanship and don't carry a ton of stuff, this bag is perfect for you. $195 for this level of craftsmanship made in the US is very hard to come by. I picture the guy who carries this bag wearing Todd Snyder and 316. He appreciates salvage denim and broken-in chambray shirting. He's got Aaron Drapeland prints mixed in with landscapes from the Hudson River School on his walls at home. Kurt Vile and Jason Isbell are standouts in his Spotify. Are you this guy? make sure to check out the link to this bag in the description below. The mail bag from Satchel & Page is inspired by US Postal Service mail bags from the early 20th century, and although this is a modern interpretation, there are many similarities that the brand has kept intact, such as the front pleating and the single strap buckle closure. There is nothing tech or futuristic about this bag, and therein lies its charm. It's composed entirely of French cowhide shoulder leather, and the interior features a pocket for your up to 16-inch MacBook Pro, as well as a couple of pen slots, business card holders, and a pocket for your phone. There's also an interior key clip. The offset side handle lets you carry this bag by hand if you don't want to deal with the leather strap. This is a substantial bag. It is clearly designed to age beautifully over time and get softer with every use. At 16 inches wide, 12 inches high, and nearly 5 inches deep, it will also hold a lot. But that also means it does weigh a bit more, and at 4 pounds, this handsome bag is one of the heavier options. However, if you're looking for an antique-inspired bag that will last a lifetime, this is a stellar option. Satchel & Page is a New York-based independent brand that's rooted in heritage, craftsmanship, and longevity, which is clearly evident in this and many of the other bags they offer. Their designs are timeless, and they're constructed by skilled artisans and are backed by a lifetime warranty. Given its ties to leather mail bags of yesteryear, there's definitely a strong nostalgic vibe that comes with a bag like this. The man who might carry this has a deep respect for legacy and performance, so really well-made things, whether it's a bag or a jacket. He's probably really into Shot NYC outerwear and has a Barber Bedale with a few repairs. He probably wears vintage watches and Persol sunglasses. He cooks with cast iron and brews coffee with a Chemex. Artists and writers that come to mind: Cormac McCarthy, Walker Evans, Leonard Cohen, maybe a little bit of early Bruce Springsteen thrown in. Like the Satchel & Page bag, longevity is a theme in this man's life. Freytag bags are made of repurposed PVC truck tarps that are checked, cleaned, and prepared before they are sewn into their second lives as bags. Given their material background, I think the coolest aspect of these bags is that they're one of a kind in that no pattern, if there is one present, will be the same as the one that is on your bag. You're also saving this material from landfill and not contributing to the production of new materials as a result. Overall, the bag is 87% recycled from used truck tarps and PET bottles. Other materials used are B-stock car seat belts, Velcro fasteners, and polyamide buckles and fasteners. This is a very roomy and modern bag that will accommodate an up to 16-inch laptop in its removable and padded compartment. It's got a permanently stitched in adjustable shoulder strap and a zippered vertical exterior pocket. At only 950 grams or about 2 pounds and measuring 15.5 inches wide by 11 inches high and 4 inches deep, this bag will hold quite a bit. Depending on the colorway you get, this is a bag that can draw attention, but I think in a very controlled and positive way. It's kind of like breaking a grid in design. It grabs attention because it's seemingly chaotic, but it's actually quite intentional. Freytag was founded in 1993 by Swiss brothers Markus and Daniel Freytag, who began by creating messenger bags from recycled truck tarps, inner tubes, and seatbelts. They were true pioneers of upcycled fashion. Their mission focuses on sustainability and circular design, with products built for durability, repairability, and long-term use. Each bag is unique and reflects the brand's commitment to giving old materials a new and purposeful life. The man who carries this bag is a forward-thinking urban guy who has a love for design that tells a story. He bikes to work, listens to Niels Fromm, reads Monocle and Apartamento. His wardrobe leans into functional minimalism. Think Valence, Our Legacy, and maybe secondhand Issey Miyake, often paired with techie sneakers. His interiors are curated, but they're not precious. Modular shelving, mismatched vintage ceramics, and upcycled furniture coexist with a Herman Miller chair. He composts, shops locally, and knows how to repair a zipper. So if this is you, I want to meet you because I have a zipper that needs repair. Our last bag is the Zeppo business bag from Bleu de Chauffe. This is another great example of a bag that strikes a balance between traditional craftsmanship and modern-day practicality. It's made of Hallie Stevenson's 10-to-10 wax C4 canvas, which is a Scottish-made fabric that's been engineered for durability and waterproofing. It's 4 times more water-resistant than standard wax canvas. It's got a dry hand feel so it won't leave residue on your clothing, and the naturally cracked leather gives it character right out of the box. Paired with vegetable tanned leather accents, the Zeppo communicates both refinement and resilience. It's compact enough to not overwhelm your body at 15 3/4 inches wide by 11.5 inches high and almost 5 inches deep, but roomy enough to carry what most urban professionals need. A MacBook Pro up to 16 inches, plus the usual essentials like your phone, wallet, keys, and maybe a magazine or two. There's a clever felt-lined laptop sleeve inside, along with a smaller interior pocket to keep your daily carry from becoming a cluttered mess. You also get an outer pocket that tucks neatly beneath a leather flap with a tuck lock clasp, which adds both functionality and a bit of visual interest. And for travel days, there's a rear leather band to slide over your roller suitcase handle. This bag is handcrafted in France, and that craftsmanship is reflected in the cost. But for someone who values longevity and ethics in their purchases, that is part of the appeal here. There's a subtle Hermes Birkin-like quality to the design of this bag, and it also reminds me a little bit of vintage doctor's bags. The Zeppo is for the man who wants a work bag that's quietly luxurious. It's not flashy, it's definitely not fragile. It blends French craftsmanship, Scottish textile heritage, and modern usability into a slim, stylish package. So if your office style leans towards smart casual with character, and you care about how and where your gear is made, this bag deserves a place on your radar. This bag would work perfectly carried by a guy who's minimalist but has some old world sensibilities. Subtle heritage is, I think, the operative vibe. He's equal parts quiet luxury, but has a nod to traditional old world design. This is a guy who wears tailored Japanese denim, navy chore coats, and gray cashmere crew necks. Margaret Howell, Paraboot, and Norse Projects are probably just a few of his brands. And he probably also has a stack of Kinfolk and collects and uses Leuchtturm 1917 notebooks. He subscribes to the Criterion channel. So there you have it. 8 different bags for the modern hybrid working guy that's reinterpreting old school business casual, keeping things pulled together while looking relaxed, but still standing out from the crowd. So whether you're a minimalist or heritage inspired, or leaning into a gorpcore or tech vibe, I'm certain one of these soft briefs has a vibe that will work for you. And in a world increasingly dominated by mass production and branding hype, supporting independent makers and designers means choosing integrity over trend. These artisans prioritize quality, transparency, and thoughtful design, often crafting pieces that will age beautifully and carry stories, not just logos. When you invest in their work, you're not only buying a bag, but you're supporting craftsmanship, sustainability, and creative independence. It's a quiet but powerful way to vote with your wallet. And don't forget, each of these bags is linked in the description below, so make sure you check them out. I know that men tend to hang on to their work bags for a while, so I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these bags and styles resonates with you? And if you're not in the market for a new everyday work bag, what are you carrying currently? Drop a comment below to share, and don't forget to like this video if it inspired you, and please subscribe for more roundups like these, where I attempt to articulate where style meets product decisions. Remember, great design has the power to elevate our lives if we let it, so when you think about what you're carrying, remember that it should reflect your style and be true to who you are and your own sense of design. Carrying appropriate and well-designed accessories like a work bag will go a long way to boosting your confidence, and believe me when I say that people, including your coworkers, will take notice. Thank you again for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!